This 10-minute sequence will prepare and stretch you before a long flight ahead. Now you don't need any props, you don't even need a mat really, but if you have sensitive knees, grab yourself a towel, a pillow, or even a sweatshirt to use underneath the knees. To begin, find a downward facing dog. And if that's unfamiliar for you, find a triangle with your body. With the palms pretty flat down towards the floor, start with a soft bend in your knees. And I like to pedal the legs out a little bit, easing into the hamstrings. Stretch your hips up to the sky and see that your arms are straight. You want your chest pressing back towards the thighs. Right, so it's not a plank, it's an upside down V. Eventually find some stillness there. And on your inhale, shift forward, come to a plank. You're gonna keep the toes as is, but let your hips drop down. Right, to start, you can let the knees come down and lift the chest forward. And then press back to a downward facing dog. Lift up through the core, hips high. We're gonna repeat that 4 more times. Shift forward to a plank. Right, let the hips drop. Maybe this time keep the knees lifted. Gaze is forward. Lift up through the core. Press back, downward dog. 3 more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, take it back. 2 more with your breath, inhale. Exhale, hips lower. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, down dog. And 1 more, inhale. Already getting the spine moving, hips lower. Lift the hips back up. Downward dog, find ourselves. We're gonna twist, so step that right foot between your hands. That takes 2 steps, that's fine. Just get the foot there. Keep your left hand grounded down towards the floor and reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Lean back, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and keep breathing. And don't forget about this back leg, press through the left heel, open up the chest. And then press back to a downward facing dog. We're gonna switch sides. Left foot steps through. Once again, if that takes a couple steps, do it, make it happen. Right hand stays down this time and twist. Press back through your right heel. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Breathe. And then press back, downward facing dog. Now, like we did before, shift to a plank, and you're gonna lower all the way down towards the floor. Tent up to the fingertips, right? Your elbows are gonna be up towards the ceiling. On the inhale, press down into the fingertips, lift the chest up. Let's stretch those shoulders. Drop your left shoulder, look over to the right. Inhale back to center, and then over to the left. Back to center, inhale. To the right. Moving with the breath, inhale. Over to the left. Back to center. We're gonna make our way to downward facing dog. So you wanna return the hands underneath your chest, press up and back, downward facing. And step your right foot between the hands. Let your left knee come down. You can pat it if you need to. On the inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Let your hips settle, sink down a little bit. Get yourself positioned there. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, cactus the arms. Okay, so we're still active in the fingertips. Inhale, lift up through the chest a little more. On the exhale, tap the elbows together, forearms together. Inhale, open. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, open. 1 more, exhale, draw it in. Inhale, open. And exhale, return the arms back up overhead. You're gonna take a side bend. Grab the left wrist with your right hand. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, side bend over towards the right. And work into all the front of your left hip. The same spot that gets tight, contracted from sitting too long in those seats. And the inhale, come on back up. Stretch the hamstrings. Fingertips come down, tuck your back toes under, and lift on up. Now hop that back foot in a little bit, and start to stretch through the right leg. It doesn't have to extend all the way. Use your fingertips. If it does, curl your right toes up towards your shin. You can always bend this back knee too. Keep breathing. 3, 2, and then return back, downward facing dog. Plant those palms, step back, step back. Take a breath in, downward dog, stretch out the shoulders. And let's switch it to the other side. Left foot steps forward, right knee comes down. We're in that lunge position, arms up overhead. And with this first one, we just settle here. Let the hips sink down, lift up through the chest, and extend those fingertips up high. Take it into cactus arms. Lift up through the chest, inhale. And exhale, elbows touch, forearms touch. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale, reach on up. For the side bend, grab your right wrist now, lift up and over to the left. Possibly let the hips sink down a little more. Breathe 2. Inhale back to center. And exhale, let the hands come on down. For the hamstring stretch on the other side, tuck your back toes under. Hop the foot in a little bit as we start to extend. Now through the left leg. And the option of curling those toes up towards the shin, maybe both legs straight. Or bend that back knee. A little different this side. As you look forward, you're going to step your right foot up to meet the left. So with bent knees, slowly begin to roll your way all the way up to standing. And we're going to stretch out the quads. Shift the weight over towards your left foot. You can use the support of a wall for this. So don't be ashamed. Use the wall if you need to. Grab the top of your right foot and you're going to draw that heel towards your outer right hip. Keep your right knee tracking down towards the floor and your left hand can be at your hip or on the wall like we said. Steady focus. And we're going to stretch the hips. So you can let the foot come down. And then with a soft bend in your left knee, cross your right ankle over your left. This right foot stays flexed the entire time. Chest stays lifted. Again, the option of your hands on a wall. They can be out in front. The focus is on your outer right hip, so feel that stretch. Now keep this in mind, you can do this when you're flying too, so no excuses. And let's switch sides. Come back up, let your right foot come down, and we do the other side. So as you shift the weight over towards your right foot, draw your left heel towards your outer left hip. Right hand at your waist or the wall. And as you draw this heel in towards you, left knee tracks down. Breathe here. For 2. And 1, releasing. Steady your balance first. And then cross left ankle over the right knee. This left knee draws down, left foot stays flexed. As you bend into that right knee, get a nice stretch in the outer left hip. Keep the chest lifted if you can, straight spine. One more inhale, and exhale. As you release, come on back up, and work the neck a little bit. Take a couple neck rolls. As you bring your right ear towards your right shoulder, chin comes down through the chest, left ear to the left side, and back on up. Do it again this way, to the right, down through center, over to the left, and over to the right. And then we switch to the left, down through center, to the right, back on up. One more to the left, down through center, to the right, and back on up to center. Stretch out the shoulders, bring the right arm out in front, and this left arm comes underneath. Drop the right arm down. Stay here and breathe. If you want to add to this, you can also bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. Go ahead and switch sides. Cross the left arm out in front of you, right arm comes underneath. Drop the left shoulder down. Stay here. For that option, now with your right ear towards your right shoulder. And then coming back up. 2 more warriors. Bend the knees, interlace the hands at the small of your back, and try and get the heels of your palms to touch. Lift on up, and you're going to take a forward fold. The arms will now draw up overhead. Maybe the hands stay near your butt. That's okay. Maybe you need that towel to place between the hands, or your shirt. You can do that too. If it's accessible, you bring the arms up a little bit higher. One more, inhale. Exhale, relax. And then we're gonna wrap this all up with a twist. So as you come back up, come into a chair. Knees, feet are together. Hands come to heart center. Twist to the right, so you're gonna hook the left elbow over your right knee or to the inside of your left knee. Whichever one you can do. Press your palms, twist to the right side. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, twist. Inhale and exhale. Switch sides, back to center. Now to the left. Deep breath in. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Come back up. Shoulders down, away from the ears. Have a safe flight ahead, warriors. I'll see you on the descent.